Fasten your seatbelts. It's going to be a bumpy night.
But tell me, Eddie, is that a rabbit in your pocket or you're just happy to see me?
Hello, everyone. Little last-minute touch-ups going on in the back.
I was like, my lips feel dry.
So it's like, she's not, and I'm watching this, and she's not going to be done before I pop her back in.
I saw myself go back in too. I was like, well, this is happening. That's all right.
Yeah, it's like can't stop now. Can't stop now, but
I've started, just got to roll with it.
Yeah. So, but anyway, chat. Anyway, we got some stuff to talk about to include a little movie that came out this weekend that I don't know if anybody's heard about. Might have been talked about on social media.
The Wild Robot.
I've yet to be able to watch that. I am going to watch it, but this one I'm talking about is a sequel to one of those. How do I call it? You remember the movie that claimed that like all the violence was going to come up? You know, all over the world in all these cities. It was like made on an $80 million budget, but it made $1 billion worldwide. And the only time we ever heard of anything violent going on was a knife incident at Frozen 2. Pretty much. Yeah. But anyways, that sequel came out. So we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be talking about that a little bit. So we're going to be going into our thoughts. We got to talk about Rachel Zegler a little bit. She's back in the news.
She's my favorite person in the whole world.
She is the gift that keeps on giving. Pretty fucking much. Every time she opens her mouth, she is the gift to YouTubers.
She's my favorite person in the whole world.
Yeah.
I still have to make a video on her. Another one. Mm-hmm. Well, we're going to talk about Joker too. So I have done the appropriate thing, and I brought whiskey.
All right.
I'm ready.
I do have alcohol with me. We got some Rings of Power things to go into a little bit because it's done. Season 2 is done. So we have a reprieve for the time being. Just I don't know what you're going to be doing. And in the meantime, I'm sure there's like plenty of other shows after Agatha All Along that you can go into. Because Season 2 is done for Rings of Power.
Oh, so yeah.
It's done. And yeah, the Toxic Fandom article from Variety. Yeah, we're still to blame, chat. We're still to blame. But before I say hello to the chat, we're going to talk just a little bit about Joker 2. All right, I saw Steph's opinion on social media.
And did you watch my video? Because I made a video more.
I purposely stayed away before I went to go see the movie because I was going to go in with zero expectations.
Yep.
All right, and I know your thoughts on it. I think this is going to be a repeat of Mortal Kombat 2021 because you didn't like it, but I actually enjoyed it.
Are you fucking kidding me right now? Shut up.
Deeply psychological nature versus nurture.
Stop right now. There's no way that you enjoyed this movie.
Like just the depth of like Jungian psychology within this film, like nature versus nurture. Was there ever a Joker all along? Is it just a split personality? Like the whole courtroom scene, like just seeing Harvey Dent and knowing what happens to him. Basically, Lady Gaga was as Harley Quinn.
Oh, you shut your mouth. You better shut your mouth right now.
You know what, chat? You know what I'm going to do? You know what I'm going to do, chat?
She's getting me back for liking the Expendables movie. That's what she's doing.
Well, yeah, I'm getting you back, actually.
You're getting me back for making me have to watch Wicked.
Just saying, like, Barney flies the plane. When you fucking said that, like, what are you doing? Anyway.
You better stop it right now.
I better stop it right now.
You really like it? You liked it.
Did I like it? What do you think, chat? Did I like it?
I think
I don't know. Like, just like Arkham Asylum, it was just seedy and everything like that. You know what? Fuck it. It was shit. I can't continue. It was shit. There were glimmers. There were glimmers of a potentially good movie scattered throughout, but it was hidden. It was like whatever glimmer there was just gone in a blink of an eye, in a prism of rainbow shit, essentially, in this movie. The musical part of it, I would have accepted it if it had just been entirely in their heads, but no, they broke out fucking singing in whatever scene they were like, whatever scene they were in.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this then took me out of the movie every goddamn time it did.
I felt like the musical numbers were like blue balls for the audience because, you know, it was like something was leading somewhere, something was going somewhere. It was happening. It was almost there. It was getting good. And then boom, they would break into song. Yeah. And it was like, I almost had it. I almost got it. I almost reached it. And then damn.
It pretty much was like that. Like I said, like there were glimmers where it's like there were moments within the movie where I was like, okay, I could see a potentially good sequel in this film with like some of like the scene setups. Like remember like the one like the little person from the first movie who's coming in and recounting on the stand what happened. I was like, if they had kept the sequel serious like that, so you have those emotional scenes tying into like basically like the continuation of Joker, I'm like, okay, I could see this. I could like I was like getting into it. I was getting a little emotional, and then it's like done away with like the very next scene because I'm like, and Lady Gaga was horrible as Harley Quinn. Like that was not Harley Quinn.
Well, no, it wasn't. I don't think she was ever meant to be Harley Quinn, but whatever. A lot of people have said that their favorite scene from Joker 2 was the courtroom scene with his friend. I don't remember his name in the movie. I can't remember it, but a lot of people have said like that's their favorite scene in the movie. That was it was really well done, and it showcases, you know, the conflict within Arthur, you know, as the Joker. I didn't like that scene. It was very well acted, yes, you know, by the little guy, but I was like, there's no way that like Joker would have reacted that way. And I have to keep in mind that like, okay, but this isn't Joker, right? Because I was thinking to myself, like, he let him live. He would have been mad and upset and like raged at him. Like, I let you live. Are you fucking kidding me? Like laughed at him. And I wouldn't have been surprised if he like, you know, tried to jump over the witness box and attacked him. Like, how dare you? I let you live and you're putting this on me. You know, I think that like as the Joker, you know, that's something that Joker would have done, but this movie was just, it wasn't Joker.
No, I'm not saying like the entire scene was. I just like the actor's performance on the stand as he's recounting stuff. Because I'm like, that's like a glimmer of a potentially good movie in the scene. But then, like you pointed out, like that's not Joker. That's like not how Joker would act. Like at this point, he should be Joker. He became Joker at the end of the first. Like he was like if not Joker, he was well on his way to becoming Joker at the end of the first movie. So there's no way he'd have any conflict within him at this point. Like there'd be no more Arthur Fleck. Like Joker.
Yeah, there would be no more Arthur Fleck.
Joker would have taken over.
I was thinking like maybe they are keeping Arthur, you know, docile, keeping Joker docile because he was taking medication every single day. But then like he had told Harley that he had stopped taking his medication, like he's faking it. So then I was like, well, that's out the window because he's intentionally like this. He's intentionally meek and weak. It's not his medication that's keeping him like that. That's him. So I was just like, because I think in my review, I was like, you know, he got off his medication and then, you know, he was slowly becoming the Joker again. But the more I think about it, it's like, no, he wasn't taking his meds. He was faking it the whole time. So it was like, yeah, so he's intentionally like that. I don't know. I think the movie was terrible. He's like, he wants to be that way. And I freaking hated the way they portrayed Harley in this movie. I don't like it. Or Lee. Because yes, there's like glimmers of comic book references and things within her backstory. And yes, she's a fangirl, right? Because she, like, the Joker was everything to her. And when she was introduced, she's like, she would do anything for him, despite how he treated her. She would still do anything for this man. And then like with everything she was, she's like, she didn't think it was bad. She'll she'd get treated like shit and then come back. It was a toxic relationship, but it was something that worked. You would expect, this unhinged psychopath to have that type of a girlfriend, right? So it worked in that way.
But there was no unhingedness or anything like that in Arthur Fleck.
There was nothing for her in Arkham. She in this movie, she put herself in the position that she was in to meet in order to meet the Joker. Everything that she did was intentional. Even to go as far as to like manipulate Arthur and bring out the Joker persona. I think that the part where he was in solitary confinement and she brought in makeup to force the Joker onto him, when like he didn't want it, I guess, I don't know, but she like forced Joker onto him. She drew it on him. Like I don't like that. Harley is not supposed to have that kind of mentality. Harley is the weak one. She's the one that's being taken advantage of. It is that type of power dynamic between the two. She's not supposed to have any type of power over this guy, but she does in this movie, and I hated that. Yeah.
Like I said, like this was, and one of the articles I have up was like one of the ones I think that you shared at least a screenshot of, where it was like a fuck you to fans, basically. And that's what it kind of felt like throughout this movie. At least it's just like you like the first one, okay? Like we're gonna do this 180 in this movie, and the ending I felt like was a kind of a fuck you to people who enjoyed the first one.
Well, I just felt like I had my time wasted, watching the first one and then the second one. And not only does like it's like a big, middle finger, like screw you guys. I wasted your time and you paid me for it. One, I don't know. Like that's one person's opinion in that article where it's like a fuck you to fan. That's one person's opinion. That's a way to look at it. The more I think about it, I can see the points that he was making. But that also, like, when that happens and the inmate, kills, spoiler alert, if you guys are going to go see it, I don't know. Or you probably already heard the ending because it's been, but yeah, when the inmate kills him and he ends up dying, and then he does, the smile across his face and he's the real Joker all along, that also sort of like downplays this guy being the Joker, because he's a fanboy of the Joker. He was inspired by Arthur Fleck. He's not his own.
I don't know. I don't even know what the point of that guy was. Like, because there's theories about that guy that I didn't really read, but at the same time, it's like.
Well, I kept seeing him throughout the movie.
He was seen throughout the movie, but I was like, it's like, but that was just it. Basically, just seeing him throughout the movie and him staring at Arthur, and then all of a sudden, it's like he's running up to Arthur at the end of the movie, like telling, like, "Can I tell you a joke?" Almost like a kind of like a fanboy. Before Arthur leaves to go, they were taking him somewhere. I can't remember where they were taking him.
They were taking him. He had a visitor. It was probably Harley. It was probably Lee. Lee Quinzel was coming to visit him. That's the only person that I can think of. Like when the movie was over, I actually went and saw it with Gary. When the movie was over, I looked at him. I was like, it was probably Harley Quinn that was visiting him. He's like, oh yeah, for sure, it was her. Because like he's only ever gotten a visitor, and it was always Harley.
Mm-hmm. Other than his lawyer, but that's like a.
But it's over. He doesn't need the lawyer anymore.
Yeah, he needs the lawyer anymore. So. But I'm like. But anyway, I will say hello to the chats, and like that's. I mean, we can talk a bit more about Joker 2, but really,
I like Disbrew. Disbrew said, "I think that was a guard setup." If you go and watch his review, I loved his interpretation of the ending. How the Joker has like it's a guard setup, and he has to make a choice. Is he going to go towards authority or like rebel against authority? And if you rebel and choose, going against authority and not going where you're told, then you're gonna die. So like that, he goes to his death when he tries to rebel. So it's such a great video. I never even looked at it that way, but my mind was just like holy crap. Yeah, his interpretation was great. It was so great.
So, and well, according to Trey, this movie destroyed the first one for him. I think I could still watch the first one as long as I ignore the fact that this movie exists.
I can still watch the first one and watch it as a standalone film. I'll probably have it in the back of my mind, but at the same time, will I go back and watch the first one? Probably not.
I mean, like not purposefully, but like, could I still watch it? Yeah, I could like most likely still watch it if it's if it's on. But Gravy says Mara and Steph will always be my favorite. Folie, Deux.
Mara loved the Joker movie.
So first one, yeah.
She loved
Hey,
Folie too.
So
Mara
thank you for
loves
thinking
Joker.
I'm still.
If you're just joining us, Mara absolutely loved Joker too. She's like adding it to
Very
her top
Jungian
10
nature.
movies of the year of 2024.
Top notch
we only have
nurture psychology. Very
we only have
Jungian.
2 months left, and then she's adding it.
Yes.
Top 10 favorite film.
Yeah. We get to like the end of the year, like it'll be my top 10 list. Actually, probably in my top 3.
Do you know what'll be in your top 3, Mara?
What?
Do you know what'll be in your top 3? The Wild Robot.
Movies I've seen.
The Wild Robot will be in your top 3. You need to see it.
I also need to watch The Substance too.
Actually, that one might make it up there. Yeah, The Substance freaked the shit out of me. I didn't like it.
But you were also not into body horror. You're also
that was my introduction to body horror. Thank you very much.
Yes, but I did you a solid last week and told you not to watch The Fly at night.
I haven't watched The Fly yet.
You don't like body horror. Yeah, but I'm saying I'm doing you solid. If you do not like body horror, do not watch The Fly at night.
I won't watch it at night, but I think like there was I was sick. I was sick last week. You can kind of hear it in my voice still. It's still kind of hoarse. But I was sick like half the week last week. So I would go from like being asleep in bed to like being asleep on the couch with like, a movie on or something. And there were times that I was like, maybe I should put on The Fly.
Not when you're sick. God,
but
no.
Then,
God, no.
There have been times where I'd be on the couch just like dying, near death. And I'd be like, maybe I should watch The Fly. And I'm like, no, because I don't want to fall asleep watching something terrifying. I'm already having crazy fever dreams. I don't need The Fly.
It also has some Jeff Goldblum The Fly. That version. Jeff Goldblum The Fly, which is why I'm telling her not to watch it at night. Not to watch it right before she goes to bed. Hey, Bradley Scott, good to see you. Conroy, hello. Yes, I dual stream on my Kick and Twitch, or at least my dual gaming streams on Kick and Twitch. I am going through Resident Evil 7, and I'm actually further along than I actually thought I would be at this point. I'm on the ship right now. So I got through Arachnid Hunt and the discount Jigsaw segments, and I'm on the ship.
Wait, who's the discount Jigsaw? I don't remember.
Lucas. I call him Jigsaw. Yeah, the son. I call him discount Jigsaw with all his like little bomb traps, basically.
My least favorite part was the arachnid, like the grandma, or not the grandma. Was it the mom? Is the mom?
The mom, yeah, the one I call arachnid cunt, because she's like a spider woman, like literally.
Yeah, the spider lady, because you can see up her skirt with like the gross spider butt. Ooh, yeah, so nasty. I don't like her. She was the grossest one.
My fourth try to kill her this time, so 4 tries.
She was my least favorite. I don't like her.
Well, we were both technically on time, but yeah, it was a little bit of a wait. Hey, Multi. We will get into some rants. Already got into a little bit of a rant on Joker 2, because that was shit.
It was my fault we were late.
Capinova, hello. Stig, I don't know if you're still here, because he says movie time and you don't want to be here anymore. He's my DM for D&D.
Hi, Stig.
I play a female barbarian, and so far I've racked up the most kills in-game. I think I have 10 so far, if you include the troll.
I wasn't able to make D&D this weekend because I went to Oktoberfest.
Yes, you messaged me, and I could just tell that there was some alcohol involved.
I was like, Mara, if we go live right now, we'll make tons of money.
Tons of money. Like, I have no doubt. I could tell. Yes, we were a little late. Last Toxic Mail. Hello. And Spearing, what is up?
I did see some girls there who like were carrying around like a gimbal with the phone and stuff. I was like, ooh, they're probably live streaming. I wonder who they're live streaming to. But then they like sat down and put it in front of them, and they were just like looking at the camera and showing off like the cookies that they were eating. They were like, little cookies, and it's good. Oh, look at my cookie. Look at my cookie. It's good. I'm like, dude, who are you streaming to? Because that's boring. I'd be like, yo, look at this place.
Be a bunch of simps. That's what they would be. Bunch of simps. Hey, Mike Hill. Hello, hello. Hound 3000. What is up? Mark Jacobs. Good to see you. I don't know what we're talking about for this comment, but I get it.
Oh, I was putting on my list.
Oh yeah, okay. I'm like kept slowly catching up on the chat. Like I can't remember what we were talking about, but that's one of us. Yeah, she's putting lipstick on. Hello, Mad Master Porky.
What's up?
Oh yeah, Joker 2 is ours. Like, don't bother seeing it if you have not. Like, if you have not, in my opinion, just if you like the first one, just stick with the first one. It's a perfect one-off. It did not need to be a sequel. Did you know that? Like, I could swear like they're making a live-action Frozen. Or that's like a plan because Kristen Bell said like there's like a condition she has, like she has a perfect like a casting choice. I guess that they're gonna make a live action Frozen, but there's like a condition to it. And there's Princess Diaries 3.
Hold on. Was that thunder?
Yeah, there's a storm coming.
That was loud.
Yeah, it's getting loud now.
That was really loud. I thought it was in my room. I was like,
nope, that's me.
Wow.
But Princess Diaries 3 is also happening, apparently.
Yeah, I don't like that. I love the Princess Diaries movies, okay? Like those are my childhood films. That the Princess Diary movies are, you know, what makes me a hopeless romantic. I love those films. They're so girly and
well, I mean, it ends with her becoming queen.
terrible.
Like, if they were to come back with a third one, it'd be a trope at this point where it's like, oh, now she has to deal with a daughter.
That's exactly what I'm thinking. They're gonna give her a daughter, and the daughter is either okay. The daughter is either going to be just like her from, you know, the first movie where she's so like kind of mousy, you know, and she has to grow into her own, or she's gonna be like a spoiled little brat, and she has to teach her humility. Yeah, right. Like it's gonna go one of two ways. But yeah, I don't want them to make a third one.
Well, Anne Hathaway's come back, basically. I guess she's that desperate for money that she's going to make a Princess Diaries 3. Let's see. Cool Gamer 2, hello. Welcome, everyone. If I do miss people, I apologize. Yeah, Jade, the musical fan. Who replaced Mara? New Mara love musicals. That's this one here. She's making me watch Wicked.
Mara loves me. She's like, you know what? Mara talks a lot of shit, but she's a secret musical fan. We talk behind the scenes. I know. Just trust me.
Steph, you need to do me a favor. You see this Liquid Blade comment right here? You need to get him to tell me which cosplay he wants me to bring to. If I ever go to Australia, I told him I'm going to bring my cosplay. He's going to pick a cosplay I have. I'm going to bring it, and I'm going to live stream myself physically assaulting him while wearing the cosplay.
Can I choose the cosplay?
Sure.
I want it to be the nude suit from Stellar Blade.
Are you ever going to send me that? Because I'm kind of still waiting on
I have to make it. That's the thing, though. I have all of the stuff saved to make it. I have to make it. But that's what you should wear.
Okay. Well, that's her.
I'm sure he would love it.
I also, because if you remember the Halloween costume I was telling you about the one time, was a couple weeks ago that I'm thinking about wearing for this year. Maybe that too.
Put it in the private chat. I don't remember.
Okay, I will. I had a feeling that you wouldn't, but I'm like,
you should know me better than that.
Goldfish memory. Yes, I know.
I do not remember. Me and Disbrew stream almost every week, and we've gone down the same path like 15, 20 times. I still don't remember the path.
Okay, I put it in the private chat.
Oh yeah, okay, I remember that.
Yeah, so either that one. She remembers
that. You know what? Do that one.
Okay, and you will see because I'm gonna order it soonish. But you will if I get the measurements and everything, make sure I order the right size. You'll see what I am talking about for.
You need to wear that one. I think Dan Blackwood would appreciate that one more than the Stellar Blade one.
Probably. And trust me, chat, I think you all will get a kick out of it. I think you will.
Oh my god, I almost said it. Wow, I think I need to eat dinner.
She drinks her dinner.
I haven't eaten all day. I'm like,
and you're drinking alcohol. At least get some bread. That should absorb the alcohol.
I almost said it out loud. She got the first corner wrong twice. I did.
Yeah. Okay. Is that still that escape the back rooms or whatever?
Yes. So like last week we tried to get past these like monsters with balloons, and we went down the same path. I don't know how many times we tried it. Same thing this time, and I still couldn't remember the path. I still couldn't remember the path every single time.
Goldfish memory. Whenever we're together, we really need to make a similar video where it's like the goldfish memory friend and the one like me, like it's like it was this time. You were doing this, and you were doing this. You were doing this. We were wearing that. You had this to eat.
That does it. That does it.
Yes.
I'm visiting Mara. Mara, when do your leaves change?
They're actually starting to, but they'll definitely like really start changing in like a month or so. So
I'm visiting you in a month. That's
right.
it. We're
it's gonna get cold.
We're getting it done. I don't mind. I don't mind the cold. I like the cold. I'm visiting you in a month. We're getting this done.
I gave it 0 star. The Joker 2, like I said, it's like I don't like telling people what they can and cannot see, but I'm just like strongly suggesting not to waste your money on Joker 2. Like I said, if you like the first Joker, just stick with that. Perfect one-off film.
Yeah.
Tiny Metal Trees, hello. Wiley Dave, what is up? And we would Joker like what it made opening weekend, and it's holding a record. It's comic book movie record apparently. A little bit.
I saw some. I can't remember who tweeted it out. Was it Culture Crate or someone tweeted out that it's on pace with Morbius?
Yeah, on pace with Morbius.
Yeah.
It's like a little bit of a record. But I think Morbius is slightly better.
Dude.
I think Morbius is slightly better. But it's close. It's close to Morbius numbers. But Gerfalcon, no, I'm not exactly in the path of Helene, but I think I'm getting like the whatever.
Oh, I'm so upset.
Outskirts shit is going on basically.
I told you I was supposed to go to Orlando to see Raging Rhino.
Yeah.
I had to cancel my trip because of the stupid hurricane that's coming up. Yeah.
Of course Rhino picks like
he picked hurricane season.
Yeah, he picked
hurricane season
to come visit America. Of course he picks hurricane. Like did he like
I was supposed to be there.
Next time ask Americans when to go visit Florida. We could tell you this is hurricane season. Do not come here.
I know.
At this time.
So I was supposed to be there like the next 3 days. So Monday through Wednesday. So tomorrow through Wednesday, I was supposed to be in Orlando, and I had to cancel my trip. So freaking
Kevin Martin probably should never have been a sequel, but since there was, it should have been about Joker escaping Arkham. I'm saying build like at least the starting to build his criminal empire. If they were going to do a proper Joker sequel, because like I said, at the end of the first movie, if he is not like Joker, he's well on his way to becoming Joker. I mean, hell, it even implies that he killed the psychiatrist he was talking to because you see bloody footprints. So I'm like he's like, and he does a 180 in the second sequel where he's like now meek and mild. But
yeah, well, if they're going to, I agree. Escaping Arkham, building his criminal empire or something like that, or relishing in being adored, by the Joker followers. But at the same time, if he's going to be locked up in Arkham, I don't know, like being embracing the Joker persona in Arkham, but creeping out the guards, making the guards feel a little bit uneasy around him. Like it should have been something like that. I don't know, but I mean,
I'm just saying, like it's like at least embrace the Joker persona, because again, he was embracing that persona by the end of the first movie. And he's going to, I don't know, he's going to forget that. He's going to ignore it. He's going to completely turn tail. It doesn't make any sense. Even with the drugs they're giving him, basically, we find out that he stopped taking them. So it's like, well, if you'd stop taking them, that means their effects are going to wear off.
Yeah.
And I'm still seeing the meek, mild Arthur Fleck. Why am I saying the meek, mild Arthur Fleck that I saw leading up to him becoming Joker at the end of the first movie again? It's not what we're paying to see. No, but I think so. Didn't you do Punchline one year?
I didn't. Did I do Punchline? Oh my god, I can't remember.
I want to say you did.
Oh, I did do Punchline. Yeah, we did. It was like what 3 Halloweens ago that
Roughly, yeah.
that we dressed up for Talk Nerdy. I did. Yeah, I did do Punchline.
Mm-hmm. Hey,
Yeah.
Demaj, hello. Gerfalcon, what is up?
And I think another year I did Harley Quinn.
Yeah, you did Harley.
Well, Quinn. Yeah, I did Harley Quinn. I think I did Punchline because of our thumbnail.
Yeah, I think it might have been. Yeah.
Yeah, a thumbnail at the time that we've had for years. Yeah, I did do Punchline. That was
I think you did Punchline, and I was Zatanna because I think I put Zatanna on our thumbnail. The thumbnail I made, like the original Talk Nerdy to Us thumbnail.
Mm-hmm.
So you dressed as Punchline, and I dressed as Zatanna.
Yeah.
Mr. Bentham, what is up?
Always a good time. Always a good time.
Remakes, yeah. Hey, Gigawatt.
Mara, can I show you something?
Making sure I don't miss anyone. I think I'm at near the end. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, I'm gonna share this. So I'm not watching Rings of Power. Okay, I'm watching disparate reviews. Yeah. This is as far as I got right now because his Rings of Power finale review is pretty long, which I appreciate. But I got to this part in the review, and I was like, "Where have I seen that before? I've seen."
Oh, I saw your tweet. I didn't say I can't say. Yeah, I saw it, and I was like, "Motherfucker, it is."
Yes, I was like, "I've seen this before. There is something. Where have I seen this before?"
Dwarves cannot leap like that. Like what it fucking was.
Like with the axe and everything. With the axe and everything. I was like, I've seen this before. Where on earth? Yeah, Reign of Fire. Dude, this movie is awesome.
Yeah, I agree with Soul Assassin. It is underrated.
Oh, for sure.
Reign of Fire is underrated.
Such an underrated film. I freaking love Reign of Fire. It's such a great film. But when I saw that part on Disper's review, I stopped watching and I was like, I know exactly where I've seen this. It like clicked in my mind. I was like, okay, I have to make this. I have to make this edit.
And I was like, motherfucker, it is. It really, because like I said, like, you know, like dwarves, I'm not saying they can't jump, but motherfucker, they can't jump like that. Like that is like way too epic.
Well, we've seen dwarves jump. Remember when Ghibli was trying to jump because he couldn't see over the wall, and he just like.
Yeah, I'm saying like they can.
He couldn't really jump. He's
he jumped the stairs, like he jumped the gap on the stairs and caused a doom when they were escaping. Like they can jump, but that little running fucking leap at the Balrog, like no, they can't.
He had to get tossed. Remember? He had to get tossed.
You know what? I would
have to toss.
I was ready to fucking toss them.
I can't make the jump. You need to toss me.
Of course, Cameron plays someone like, wait, what? Reign of Fire? That's my shit.
I love Reign of Fire, dude. Yeah. I need to watch that movie again. Yeah, when I was making this edit, I'm like, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah. The reason why they suffer a dexterity penalty in D&D, yes, they have stubby legs. They can jump a little bit, but at the same time, it's like that was like a leap that no. And of course, yeah, the Balrog was awakened already thousands of years before it was originally awakened. But they don't worry, fans, it got buried again, so it's gonna go to sleep and get awakened again. So we technically didn't break lore.
What lore?
Oh yeah, speaking of that, since we just segued into that when you said that, according to this so-called Tolkien professor, insists the Lord of the Rings canon doesn't exist.
It doesn't exist. What are you talking about?
Because his reasoning, and I brought this up on my finale stream on Friday. His reasoning is, According to Dr. Olson, there is no Tolkien canon, and that's because Tolkien himself is always rethinking his world building even after his books were published. But that's the key phrase there. When the books are published, they're canon. So it'd be like, what if, like, Steve pointed this out, what if George Lucas said, you know what? I wish I had done this in episode 4 for Star Wars. Was that all of a sudden make episode 4 now non-canon because he would have changed something?
Well, to be fair, when George Lucas wishes that he would change something, he would change it.
I know, but
then we would get like a new version.
So, but I'm saying it's like, it's like
he would actually change it.
So, but Tolkien never, like, he toyed with it. He toyed with it, but he never officially published anything, changing what he had already established within The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. So when you publish something, when you set something to either film or page, it's canon.
Mm-hmm.
So that was his reasoning. I mean, like when George changing Han shooting first.
Yeah, see, he changed it. He kept changing it.
So.
And then like when J.K. Rowling changed, or I don't know if she changed it, but she made Dumbledore gay, and then it became canon kind of when the other movies came out. God, I blocked them from my memory. What are they called? Fantastic Beasts.
So. Yeah, pretty much. But like I said, it's like, to say that canon doesn't, there's no Tolkien canon, because at the same time he was like, well, what if I if I were to go back, it's like if it was like he was toying with, he was playing around with certain aspects, but he never really, he basically put them to page.
I was gonna say, but he didn't put it like pen to paper.
No, it was like no pen to paper. So he never changed, and so he never changed anything. So basically, what is written now is canon.
Mm-hmm.
So, and as the canon stands, we would not have any fucking wizards in Middle Earth during the Second Age, because they did not appear in Middle Earth until the 1,000 years into the Third Age. No matter what Tolkien thought, no matter what he toyed with. So, oh yeah, Sauron cried too.
Oh, Mara, what are these costumes, Mara?
Oh yeah, you like my search history?
Searching? Look at Mara's search history. Look at that wizard. Wait, scroll back up.
I don't know why that showed up. I'm not looking at man costumes.
Okay,
I'm surely not fucking looking at Harry Potter shit.
If you were at a costume party and this dude showed up, it went away.
Thank you. I don't look at that.
If you were at a costume party and that dude showed up, would that be like, I'm going, no. I'm going up? There he is, right there. No. Would that be like, I'm going up to that Harry?
Nope. Nope. But yeah, like, see my search history?
Excuse me, hold on.
I love like now that
I have never. You gotta send me that, whatever website that is. You have to send it to me. I've never seen a men's wizard costume like that.
I need to see what website if I can pop in the ads. Because of course now they're not going to show up.
I've never seen a men's wizard costume like that.
I don't know if it's on the site I'm using for the costume I'm looking at. You can try, but here, I'll send you. I'll put the link in the private chat and. Yeah, it's this. Where are you? This well, I mean, here, like this is the costume link, but I'm sure you can find.
I don't want to look up that guy. I'm just like, where do they sell this?
Well,
I imagine those types of costumes exist at certain types of clubs.
I know, but this is the
I do not frequent. Ooh, let's go. Okay.
She doth protest too much.
I love it. Movie costumes. That's what I want to see.
Where is StreamYard?
What the heck? They have a whole section of just Ace Ventura costumes. I didn't realize there were so many. What the heck?
How about that shipping of Gandalf and Galadriel? It was, yeah, people are retarded. Oh yeah, Spirit Halloween's opened. When I think they open in like start opening in like September. Whenever there's an empty storefront.
Dude, okay, so was it this weekend? I think or last week. I don't remember. I went to Spirit Halloween one of these weekends. I don't remember when. And they have a whole like end cap of the Hawktua girl costumes. Yeah.
She was wearing a normal outfit, so it's like, what the?
Yeah. It was like a whole I'm like, dude, why am I working? I just need to find a street interviewer and say some random shit.
Yeah, and go beyond your 15 minutes. Go beyond your 15 minutes of fame.
I just need to find a street interviewer, like just say some out of pocket something and just go viral.
Yeah.
No, it's like what the costume is, it's like a sequined cowboy hat, a white one, and then a pink jumpsuit, and it's like Hawktua lubrication. That's the costume. Or like it was supposed to be like lubrication or something like that, like yeah, Hawktua. Was it lubrication? I think it wasn't lubricant. I don't know.
Like lubricant?
No, it wasn't lubricant. And she's meant to be like a person that like changes your oil.
No, Blake, that is not a fucking option. Oh my god. That is like, she is like way past her 15 minutes of fame. But anyway.
And here, this is why I just need to find a random street reviewer, because I can say some out of pocket stuff. I think I could. But she's like, she got a deal with Kick as well. She's doing her show Talktua. You didn't know that she had a show?
No.
Yeah. Mara's face when I told her that. Yeah, she has a whole podcast. It's called Talktua.
I'm working my ass off growing my Kick channel, and this motherfucker gets a deal from Kick just because she had a drunk interview on the fucking street.
I'm telling you, Mara, we just need to say the quiet stuff out loud. All right?
I say the most random shit on stream in public, and I can't get a fucking break. This girl says you got Hawktua and spit on that thing during a street interview, and all of a sudden she's like every fucking where.
Yeah. Oh, she's got that accent too. She's got hey, I can get that accent. I grew up in Texas. I can do a Texas. I can turn it on and off. I got that Texas accent. I can do it.
Anyway, let's talk a little Joker. Some more Joker 2, because I have a couple. 2 articles.
Mara is like, she's done. I swear,
I'm done.
If we weren't going, if it was longer than 45 minutes right now, Mara would be like, stream's over.
Stream's over. We're done. I'm out. Here, you'll love this stuff. Remember I told you about Joker 2?
Sorry.
With Morbius and even Madam Web. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Makes cinema history in the worst possible way. All right. Where is it? Where's it bring up my Morbius? With a D cinema score, Joker 2 is the most poorly reviewed studio comic book film of all time, falling behind even the much maligned Batman and Robin, Morbius, and Madam Web, all of which earned a C+.
Ooh. Look right there. Scroll back, go back up. Right there. Look, that scene right there. He about to get fucked.
Yep.
By 3 guards.
Yeah, we can do the easy way or the hard way.
He took it the hard way.
Yep.
He got food.
It was reported by the Hollywood Reporter heading into the weekend the film was predicted to earn between 50 million to 60 million. It did not. In reality, it's predicted to launch less than $50 million. And let's see. Chat, let me stop sharing the screen. What did it end up with? What did it end up with?
Right now, is it like at 100 and...
Well, it was 81 million worldwide. What I last looked.
No, it wasn't 81 million worldwide. I thought I saw an updated number.
So I'm saying that's the last I looked. But its weekend was like 39 million to 40 million opening.
I thought it was like 100. It was over 100, I think, right now. Here it is. It's made 121 million worldwide. Worldwide.
Mm-hmm. Okay, then it goes with this too, because it's 39 to 40 million, and it earned 81 globally, so basically 121 million worldwide.
Yeah. So it's significantly lower than its predecessor, than the first Joker movie. Significantly lower. It's actually coming in under box office estimates, which is really, really bad. And I think that like the previews were played into a big part of that, because if you're gonna go and see a movie like we did, and then people are already giving it bad reviews online, I think that had a significant role in the way it did over the weekend.
I don't know about it costing 200 million. I think it's like
just the first weekend too. So like that I think like initial reactions to Joker 2 spread like wildfire, and that had a significant effect on just its opening weekend. So I can't imagine how it's going to do in like the following week, like the rest of the month.
Well, generally there's always a drop the second weekend, and if word of mouth is not good for a movie, then I'm
already not good. It's already bad.
Yeah, I'm saying it's like
word of mouth is already bad.
Someday Joker 2 cost $200 million before for the marketing. We believe it's at 190 million plus. And which is like, if that's true, then that's insane, because the first movie was only budgeted around like 80 million. So I remember it was like a low budget, like as far as like movies goes, it was a low budget movie, and it made $1 billion.
Wait, what? Joker 2?
No, Joker. The first Joker was only about $80 million, and it was like, and it made $1 billion worldwide on from an $80 million budget. And this one, if the estimates are true, then it's like
the first Joker movie I thought had a $55 million budget. Let me look.
Sure, that low? I thought this one was like 80 million.
Joker. No, it was 55 million. Yeah, it was 55 million.
But still, so basically, you take that, and since it's like $200 million, that's almost like 4 times the budget of the first movie.
Well, the budget of the first movie just went to the director, Phoenix, and Gaga alone.
Mm-hmm.
For Joker 2.
So.
Yeah. That is their take from Joker 2. The budget of the first movie is just their take. Yep.
Hey, Roxham, hello. So, because a $200 million budget is god awful. Yeah, it's like if the budget's accurate at around if this accurate estimate at 200 million, that means with the 2.5, you take that times 2.5, this movie would have to make 500 million to break even.
I mean, that's what I would think.
Just to break even, would have to make $500 million.
I think I saw Culture Crave say that it had to make 450, but that's low.
Mm-hmm.
That's low to break even.
I'm saying maybe it would have to be 500 million, and it's not going to reach that. You already have the bad word of mouth going around. There's always a second weekend drop.
Mm-hmm.
You combine those two, it's not going to have any legs at all.
No, this movie's not going to have legs. It's already bombing. It's not going to have any legs. I don't think it will. Not at all. If word of mouth has anything to do with it, yeah, this movie's not going to do well. It's not going to perform well at all, and I think that it's going to lose money. Like I feel like it's going to lose money.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's not going to break well on its way.
I'll be surprised if it breaks even. Money. I'll be very surprised if it breaks even.
I very much doubt it's going to break even. even with like the limited number of movies coming out that could
Mhm.
ever remotely be any competition, we're coming into like, you know, the part of the year where not too many people are seeing movies. And we're coming into the part of the year where it's October and most people are going to want to go see horror movies at the theater because of like the season itself. You have Terrifier 3. I will laugh so fucking hard if Terrifier 3 beats Joker 2 at the box office. I will laugh so fucking hard.
Oh yeah, that new Smile movie is coming out too. When does that come out? Huh?
It's
Dude, no, if Venom 3 beats the second Joker movie,
yeah.
dude, that would be hilarious.
Mm-hmm. I'm just saying it would be hilarious for Terrifier.
I want Venom 3 to beat the Joker movie.
I'm just saying Terrifier 3 would be hilarious because I don't know if you know the Terrifier movies, but there's really no plot to these films. There's like an attempt at a plot, but really it's nothing but like carnage. That's it, pretty much with the Terrifier movies.
I don't.
But yeah, if Venom 3 beats it, that's sad. That would be fucking sad. And Nosferatu, that's not until December.
Yeah. I think Smile 2 comes out.
Oh, that's the
not
one.
This week, not this weekend, but next weekend.
Yeah, that's one I saw that has Hugh Grant as the lunatic. That looked kind of interesting. How it could even be plausible as a plot, I don't know. Maybe if I see the movie, it'll make sense. But yeah, did you see in the trailer for that? That A24 movie looks interesting. Oh shit! What's the title of that? I gotta look up Hugh Grant.
I'll pull it up if I hold on.
Yeah,
I got it. Is it Heretic?
Yes, it's Heretic. Because Heretic? The two girls are like these Jehovah's Witness type. They go door to door, and he invites them in, and it's like this like really messed up labyrinth they have to make their way through to like basically escape or something. So yeah, Heretic. That looked interesting.
2 weeks ago. Okay, I'll pull it up. I got it. Mm-hmm. I got it. I'm gonna share it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I saw it. When I think I when did I see it? It was like at like showing I went to. But yeah.
I've never seen it. I have no idea what this is.
If I could make a wish, no lights, no sound.
Oh.
If I could make a wish, no lights.
I think it's an actual trailer.
I've been playing it like way too long.
YouTube has it in for me anyway, basically. But I think there's an actual trailer, like a longer trailer. I remember
this is a teaser. This is trailer 2.
Yeah, but I'm saying like I remember it shows him going to the door and him inviting them in, but it was like it felt like a longer trailer that I saw.
Look at this. Does that say Monopoly? This is Chicken Scratch. Can we try and read that? Does that say bugs?
I think he's saying, is that speak? Where he's like writing speak?
That looks like it says Spotify.
Spotify.
I don't think it says Spotify though. What is that? I don't know. Front now Frosk.
What the fuck?
Look, it says front now Frosk.
Front door lock, maybe? Front door lock?
No. Front.
I think the last word is lock.
That doesn't look like lock.
It looks like an L, an O, light.
Okay, that could be. Okay. I don't see door. Front row,
maybe. Yeah, maybe.
Front row lock. This says Monopoly. I could see that. That's Monopoly. Yeah. Sunny show. I think this is the word show.
Looks like the word show, I guess. Or is that an F?
This is Chicken Scratch.
This reminds me of my brother's handwriting, the one who became a doctor. I can't read a fucking thing he writes.
This is chicken scratch. This says speech or speak.
Yeah, something like that.
This says keys. This has to be keys, right? Keys.
Yeah, keys. Glass.
Callus.
Like Hugh Grant, dear God.
This is terrible handwriting. Belief.
Yeah.
Well, at least we can read that word.
Yeah, like at least like he made sure the audience could read that one.
Disbelief. Ew. Dude, I think that Hugh Grant would be awesome as a villain. Like just a creepy ass villain. I'm already in.
I said real realistic. The trailer I saw was longer.
Okay, hold on. Let me find it. I'll find it.
Okay, Cowman found it for you.
Who?
Cowman. He sent it to my Discord.
Cowman, what are you doing? Oh, I see it. Here's a 2-minute trailer.
There you go. I knew there was a longer one. I saw a longer one.
I found it. I jumped the gun. I clicked the very first one. You're never supposed to click the first one.
Yeah.
All right, I found it.
Hi, good afternoon, ma'am. Are you interested in learning about our Savior, Jesus Christ?
That has to be hard, right?
Yeah, I mean, I don't envy them at all. It's like
yeah. So I actually have like a couple of family members who are Mormon, and they said that was probably like the hardest part is going, person to person, house to house. But they have to do that. Like it's part of it.
Hi. Good afternoon. Hi. Are you? My name is Sister Barnes, and oh my gosh.
A24 has been pretty good, like with the movies that come out.
What else have they come out with? Because I've seen A24, but
shit.
Yeah, put in the chat. Chat.
Yeah.
Please tell me, because I've seen A24 before, but I can't. At the top of my head, I can't think of anything.
A24 did X. Yeah, that's good.
Are you interested in learning more about the Church of Jesus Christ?
Come on in.
We can't come inside unless another woman is present.
My wife is home. Does that count?
Great.
You like pie?
He's a liar. He's a liar. There's no wife. How dare he? I bet.
Yeah.
My wife has pie in the oven.
I could tell that you are a very spiritually curious person.
I think it is good to be religious, to find your faith in a doctrine you actually believe.
Well, our work here is done.
I will go and check on the pie.
So sleep, silent angel.
There's no blueberry pie. It's just the candle.
The candle,
dun, dun,
yeah.
dun. Dun, dun, dun. Dude, you can tell what a blueberry pie candle smells like. These are just dumb women. You can tell the difference from a blueberry pie in the oven than a candle.
You fit through this? You're crazy.
Look at the windows are tiny too.
Mm-hmm.
Mara, what would you do?
What would I do?
Yeah, in this situation. I need to know what you would do because I know what I would do.
Okay, well, what I would do, since I'm now being held against my will, is, from what I learned taking martial arts and being in the military, is making weapons out of whatever I can.
Okay.
What would you be doing? Instead of crying in a corner in a fetal position?
That's exactly what I would be doing. I would be sitting on the couch waiting for death. I'd be like, oh God. Just frozen
rocking back and forth.
Here. Just frozen in fear. I have zero survival instinct, and it is terrible. I need to improve on that. Okay,
Yes.
because that can't happen. I
So-
can't have zero survival instincts. I need to have
We've
something.
established, chat, that I would be the one fashioning weapons while Steph is crying on the couch, and I'd be, and I'd be the one
Mara would
slapping
be,
her
like,
face.
fashioning weapons, and I'd be like, "What do we do, Mara? What do we do?"
You know what?
She's
You know what
already
I'd be
getting
like?
shit
You know
done.
what it would be like? You know what it would be like? I'd be Ed Mode, and you would be Elastigirl, and I would be smacking you with a newspaper, telling you to pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together.
Pull yourself together. That's exactly what we would be like.
I'd be like, Mara, okay, Mara, I'm gonna die, and you escape. That's what's gonna happen. I will die, and you will escape. Just tell them where to find my body. That's it.
No. Would you be like, Chad? She would be like this reel she sends me where it's like, "You're my best friend. If I'm dying, you're dying with me." That's exactly what she'd be like.
Be like, you'd be like, Steph, keep sitting there. You're gonna die. Come sit with me then. Come, don't leave me alone to die. Just die here with me on the couch. We'll go together.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. I'd be Ed Mode.
We just need to go home.
I won't keep you if you wish to leave. But I want you to choose which door to go through based on your faith.
What does this have to do with us leaving?
Everything.
I think that we're being studied.
It will make your hearts beat faster.
Dude.
I think it looks like really creepy. The trailer makes it look like fascinating.
Creepy. So, would you go through the doors or would you attack the dude?
Honestly,
Yeah. Like, would you attack the dude who's like giving? Because I mean, come on, he looks a little old, a little meek. You know, he looks like if we pushed him into the wall, he might hurt his hip.
yeah, I'm saying it's like he
might be limping for a couple of days.
I would attack him, not to kill him. I would attack him to disorient him, just like destabilize him, to basically off balance him, and then yeah, get his, like, he has like something on him, like keys or whatever. Search his pockets, search the house. There has to be a way to get out.
There has to be a way to get out, right?
Mhm.
Even like upstairs through a window, something. There, he has to have a way for him to get out while you're like in the maze or something. I don't know. You have to extract answers. Mara could do that.
I'm former military.
Mara could do that. I would just be like, yeah.
She would. He would.
I'd be like, yeah.
Like,
I would be Mara. If I'm not already dead, I would be Mara's hype girl. Yeah, Mara, get him.
Did I ever send you a reel where it's like gentlemen, let's be civilized. Like, you know, like we can talk about this. It's like what are you gonna do about, like, you know, you basically, you know, like, come at us like, oh, I'm not gonna do anything, but my bestie can. Say hi,
yes,
bestie.
you did send me that one. Like, I can't do anything, but
My bestie can.
My bestie can do it.
Yeah. And his bestie sounds like the devil.
Yep.
So Steph would be kicking the guy's nuts. He'd be down and she'd be kicking his nuts.
Mara would get him down and be like, I got him. Mara does all the hard work. I'll just
come
get
up like a whip kick to
my
the nuts.
quick shots in before I run to the corner. That way I can say, see, I helped.
Even make you want to die. Do not be afraid.
This would be me in the corner. I'm telling you. I'd just be like, kill me. Just do it. Mara, you'll get out of here. I know it. What was that? Did you see that thing behind her?
Yeah.
on. I didn't realize it wasn't full screen. No.
I'm seeing.
I would rather die. I'm telling you, I would rather die.
Then watch the movie, or like then survive the house.
No, then survive the house. I'm telling you, like I would rather die, and I probably would die.
I think the test is turn around and you die. So if you're ready for that, just
I would turn around. I would be like, "There's someone behind me. Where?"
Yeah, like, except tomorrow, tell them my story. Tell people what happened.
Yeah.
It's like, well, she cried on the couch.
See, she has very good. Excuse me. She has very good self-control. Like she's not turning around. I would be like, I have to look. I have to look. I have to know what's behind me. And if I look, I die. Well, I'm willing to take the risk because I have to know. I need to know what's behind me.
That would be YOLOing in a house of horrors.
You will witness a miracle.
Whoa! They are literally in a mouse maze. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Nope. That's insane. Oh, look, it's on his desk. They're in a mouse maze. Whoa. Okay, that's actually pretty dope right there. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I would rather die.
That's dope. I would rather die.
Yeah.
I can't remember if it gives an exact date. It said this fall, coming soon. Okay, I gotta look this up.
That looks good.
Yeah. So I'm like, oh, like I don't want to get like my hopes up with it, but do you have a date that you're going to come out?
I would rather die. I'll look it up. Heretic. Release date September 8th, 2024. What?
Why am I just seeing a trailer now? I'm like just seeing a trailer now. Like, you know, like
that can't be right.
No.
Is it where? Hold on, wait. Streaming.
November 8th, 2024.
This says September.
This says November on Flickster. November 8th, 2024.
I just Googled. Google said September 8th, 2024. Literally, Google. Okay. You think I'm lying? You think
I'm not saying you're lying. I'm just saying, like, you know, maybe it was really supposed to be released in September, and Google never updated, and they changed it to November.
Oh, never mind. It says this film had its world premiere at the Toronto International Film Festival on September 8th. Or yeah, November 8th. Mara,
reading is not her strong suit. But look, November 8th. You have a little over a month.
I'll go and watch that.
I'm like I said, like, I'm not getting my hopes up. That's going to be like, you know, a stellar horror film, but the trailer definitely piqued my interest enough to be willing to put down money to see.
I bet Hugh Grant is killer in it. I bet he's killer.
Yeah. I agree with Trey. Have you seen X?
Mm-mm.
I'd give X a try. It's another A24 film. So Flickster is saying November 8th. See, we'll see, but it says like November. So
it has Jenna Ortega.
So let's see what else. What else do I have up?
Does this take place in Texas? Is that why you're recommending it to me?
X?
Yeah.
I think it does take place in Texas.
Okay.
He's a blind dude. Stephen Roots? Was he blind? Do you mean Stephen? What's his last name? He was played Pickett in Gettysburg. He was in Avatar. That's not Stephen Roots. Because Stephen Roots, that actor, he was Yeah, Stephen Lang. Thank you. Because Stephen Root was the guy with glasses in Office Space, the one that kept trying to keep people from taking a stapler. Stephen Lang is what you're thinking of. Yes, I can't remember his last name. But anyway, okay, no more Rings of Power shit. No more Joker 2 shits. Let's talk about everyone's favorite gift that keeps on giving. Where are you? This one right here.
Are they shooting porn?
Yeah, they're making a porn movie. An X. That's what it's kind of called, X.
Oh, I don't like little old ladies. I'm totally okay. Hold on. Let me stop this trailer. Oh, Don't Breathe. I love Don't Breathe. That was a great film.
The twist makes no sense.
Is that an A24 film? And yes, someone asked if I watched Civil War. I did see Civil War.
Yeah, I'm throwing out a classic. Stephen Lang played Pickett. I remember that.
There's a Don't Breathe 2?
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
You didn't know that?
No.
So, were you going to share something, or do you want to talk about your favorite actress?
Let's talk about my favorite actress.
There you go. Rachel Zegler slams Hollywood while voicing fears of being replaced by AI and facing off against toxic Disney adults.
Ugh. Rachel Zegler is a motherfucking liar. She's a liar.
Let me see if it shows her quotes.
Yeah, pull up her motherfucking quotes. She's a liar, okay? Like, this whole article is damage control. That's what this is. It is damage control because she can't shut her fucking mouth. She runs it all the time. All of the shit that she says, she believes 100%. She's not afraid to say what she thinks, and this is what she thinks. All of the shit that she initially said, that is who she is. That is what she believes. All of this is just damage control because Snow White comes out in like what, 5-6 months? In less than 6 months, I think. All of this is just damage control. She's trying to change the she's gaslighting you into believing like, oh, no, this is what I really meant. This is what I was really trying to say. You guys just interpreted it incorrectly. Oh, I was just making a joke and it was taken out of context. No, you were saying what you actually thought and what you guys actually filmed. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Ballard
I'm getting over being sick, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, but like at the end of the day, at nighttime is when it hits me like really bad. So I'm having like coughing fits off camera.
Mm-hmm. So,
but especially with Snow White, when her and Gal Gadot said the same thing. She's not going to be saved by a prince. So by her coming into this interview and being like, oh no, it was always going to be a love story. What are you thinking? What are you talking about? Of course we're going to have a love story in this movie. You weren't. Okay, because the initial shots and what you guys were initially saying at like, I think it was at D24? I think it was
D23.
D23.
Yeah.
When her and Gal went out on stage and then when they did those interviews, that's what they had filmed. All right. They have filmed. They were doing multiple reshoots after that. And she was even saying, I think that she even said that the dude who played the prince, I can't remember his name, but that the guy that played the prince, maybe his parts will get cut. We don't know. Because he's not integral to the plot, to the movie. His role doesn't matter. His parts can get cut because it doesn't even matter if he's in the movie or not. You wouldn't be saying that if there was like a love story, if his role was integral to the film. You wouldn't be saying that if that was the case. But I think that what they initially filmed is not what we're going to be getting in like 5 months' time.
No.
Because I think that what they filmed was what they were initially talking about. She's not going to be saved by a prince. She's going to have her own agency. This isn't going to be a love story. I think she's going to like come into her own as like a hero, right? Mm-hmm. So they were
the whole trying to change the whole like the fairest of like who is the fairest of them all. Didn't mean her complexion. It meant like how just she was, and like that she like the queen was jealous that she was like a natural leader or the best like better leader of the people, basically. Nothing to do with her beauty. at all.
I can't remember
Nothing
what
to do
her
with
initial.
fantasy.
Yeah, I can't remember what her initial quote was, but it was like something fearless, brave, and true, or something like that. I can't remember what her initial quote was, but it was something like that, like fearless, brave, and true, or something. And that was her initial thing by like her being called, Snow White. And now it's getting changed. She's gonna be Snow White. Why is she called Snow? Oh,
Right
because she
here.
was like born in a snowstorm.
Right there, survived.
a
That her,
snowstorm, like
her
that.
character survived a snowstorm that occurred when she was a baby. That's it. Because that's what.
Yeah.
Nothing to do with her skin tone. Nothing to do with how pale she was. How like fair complexion she was. No, the fact that she survived a snowstorm when she was a baby. And
Yeah.
it's all
Whatever.
about resilience.
Yeah, whatever we get in like 5 or 6 months time, because I can't remember when the movie comes out, but I know it's like less than 6 months away. Whatever we get was not what they filmed. It's not what what they were initially talking about at D23. I think that they're going to they remade it to where it's going to almost closely mirror the original Snow White, but still have like that Aladdin twist to it, right? Because in Aladdin, it was still very much the story in their animation, but they gave Jasmine just a little hint of agency, right? They gave her a hint of agency sprinkled in there with her own musical number. And
even though she had agency in the animated
yes,
film, she literally told her, like, she literally sicked her tiger on a suitor that she did not want to marry.
Yeah.
I mean,
so
how much more agency
they're gonna
can you get?
sprinkle. They're gonna do that the same thing. They're gonna sprinkle a little bit of agency with Snow White, just like they did with Jasmine. And that's what they're going to do, because like with Aladdin, I know that it made a lot of money, and I think that like I kind of like that movie more than other Disney live actions, but I do recognize the things that they changed. I think it is stupid that they gave Jasmine agency. Like, she was perfect. She was already a princess with agency. I don't think they needed to change it and give her own song and like make her say things to her dad that would seem like incredibly disrespectful to him. And it's just completely out of character for Jasmine.
Like she would stand, like, when I say she would stand against her father, I mean like she would defy him because she did not want to be put into any arranged marriage. But it was never in a disrespectful way. It was always like, it's like, don't, like, please don't do this. I don't, like, let me choose the man I want to marry. It's all it really was. But she never did it in a disrespectful manner. She always had respect and love for her father.
Yeah,
she just wanted him to stop.
Yeah,
but like his mind was he wanted a successor.
Yeah.
So
I think with Snow White, I think they initially shot a completely different movie. We saw like the 7 weird, what were they called? Magical creatures instead of 7 dwarves. I never thought that those were going to be the dwarves, just because of stuff that I heard like behind the scenes. I never thought that those were going to be the dwarves. I'm curious to see if they're still going to be in the movie. I thought that those were supposed to be like bandits. We'll see if they're even in the movie. The dwarves look terrible. I think this whole thing has been completely reshot. There's a whole different story that's going to very closely mirror the original animated classic, but still, because you need to, it is 2024. It is still going to give Snow White some agency. They're going to have to do that. You can't do it in 2024 without that. You have to make her some type of leader. You have to make her you can't have her be super feminine, right? And I think that we saw that when they did the Whistle While You Work song that was leaked. She wasn't really cleaning on her own. She was giving the dwarves jobs to do. And the dwarves were stupid because they didn't even know how to clean. She had to physically show them and demonstrate how to clean, which was really stupid, which is really dumb. So they're going to do little things like that in the Snow White movie that make her still above men and still give her agency, but give us, but disguise it as a Snow White movie. They're still going to do the things that we recognize in a Snow White movie, but they're going to, disguise the what is it? Oh my gosh, I've completely lost the word. The feminist aspect of the movie.
So, and like, didn't she call the prince a stalker at
Mm-hmm.
one point?
Mm-hmm.
I'm like,
Yeah, she called the prince a stalker, and she's like, I don't know. We'll see if his scenes get cut. You never know. It's Hollywood, baby. You remember that?
yeah, I remember
He
that.
said that. His scenes could get cut. It's Hollywood, baby. Like, that doesn't tell me that he played an integral part in the movie that you filmed. That was already done. It's
Yeah.
Hollywood, baby. That means that the movie is done and his scenes could get cut because he doesn't really matter. He doesn't really matter to the story. Why is he even in the movie?
Yeah, and I remember laughing at the fact that even women who identified as feminists were upset that they were coming out and saying like there would be like no prince in this version, because even these self-identified feminists want like, whereas like, why are you removing the romance aspect of the Snow White fairy tale? Why are you taking away the prince? Why are you taking away that happily ever after for her and the prince? Even they wanted to see that in the movie. I remember like them actually getting upset.
I think there was a lot of backlash. There was a whole lot of backlash from everywhere, because this was, I don't know why. I don't want to say it's because this was the reason, but it was the very first successful animated film from Disney. This was their very first animated film. Like this was it. Like this is what started it all.
I think this is their first feature length film because they had shorts.
Yeah, their first feature length film.
But this is like their first
feature
length film.
Steamboat Willie.
I'm saying
right?
They were shorts. Like they were shorts.
Yeah, they were short. Yeah.
But this is like their first feature length film that they did.
Yeah, and I believe that it also came out. Hold on, I have to Google it because I believe
it's like 1937. It's
before I
almost
say
100
this.
years old. It's almost 100 years old, so.
I just want to double check because I think that this is. Yeah. Okay. So Snow White was released during the Great Depression, right? So this was something that released at a very low time, at a very low time in society that actually gave people like a glimpse of hope.
It gave a way for them like to escape.
Yeah, there was
like there's hope. Like
yeah.
Mm-hmm. I mean, hell, there's like some of the not all the movies, but some of the movies coming out of Hollywood then were kind of tone deaf because there was a movie, I can't remember what it was called, but there's a song in it called "I'm in the Money," and it came out during the Depression. So these people were like watching this movie, and this Ginger Rogers, I believe, was like singing the song "I'm in the Money" and things like that as people are struggling. At least this movie. Like I said, it's like it was like a way to escape, a way to laugh, a way to be like reminded of childhood fairy tales, good versus evil, and all that came out. Yeah, Gold Diggers 1933. Thank you. Had a song called "I'm in the Money." Came out during the Depression. So kind of tone deaf in Hollywood.
Yeah, it says it was a welcome distraction from the Great Depression. Yeah. It was a welcome distraction. So like there was so much surrounding Snow White that made it such a really big deal. And for the same company to go in and completely change it, and not only change it, but like hire an actress who is so incredibly unlikable.
Yeah.
Like Rachel Zegler. And someone who doesn't appreciate it even now, because she said that like she initially said that Snow White scared her as a child, right? It scared her. She wouldn't watch it. Snow White scared me, which is fine. If it scared you, fine. But she can't even lie and say that like, no, but I still like it. I still appreciate it. No, because I think that in that article, she says that like, it's not her favorite movie, but it's her mom's favorite movie. When I read that, I was like, okay, yeah, she can't say that it's her favorite movie because she's already said that movie terrified her. So she has to change up the story a little bit. So what can she say that will make Snow White look good and not blow back on her? Okay, well, she can say that it was her mom's favorite movie. Because I think that if she went out and said like, "Oh yeah, it was my favorite movie. It was totally my favorite movie. I loved Snow White growing up," then people would take her original words and be like, "What are you talking about? How could it be your favorite movie when you said that it scared the crap out of you as a child? You were scared of it." So
my favorite was Sleeping Beauty, only because I love how Maleficent turns into a dragon.
Oh yeah.
That was like my personal favorite when I was younger growing up, is because Maleficent turned into a dragon.
Yeah. That was a good part.
Yeah.
But yeah, she had to come out and say that, "Oh, it was my mom's favorite movie." And see, I feel like, dude, that's just, if it's true, sure, whatever. But I feel like it's a lie. It's a way to cover what she has said in the past. That's how I look at it. Because everything that she said is what she meant.
Damage control.
That is 100% true. This whole article is damage control. That is the entire purpose of this article, is damage control. It is done in a way to make Rachel Zegler, or it's attempting to make Rachel Zegler appear. I'm a victim of cyberbullying, because like she gets to that in the article. She talks about it. I'm the victim of cyberbullying. I'm the victim of like people taking my words out of context. I'm just a victim here. I actually love these characters. I love it. And it's a way to rewrite what she said a year ago. Yeah. This whole article is nothing but a huge gaslight. Like that's what it is. I was reading it and I was rolling my eyes the entire time, laughing at a couple of points, and I was just like, dude, she just, there's no fixing this person. Like, sorry. We all know what she's like. We all know what she says. This is what she stands for. And no article can make it look a different way. Especially like I feel like she is almost chomping at the bit to say something. Seriously, I feel like she's chomping at the bit. Like, she can't stand that she can't say anything. But once Snow White is released, I think that she's going to go back and just be her old self. That's honestly what I think. She's going to go back to her old self and start tweeting away, because the only reason she hasn't been doing it is because Snow White hasn't been released yet. She is still under Disney's thumb, and she can't say shit.
Has about 3 more months left, roughly. I think it's like March right now is the projected release date. And yes, it is arguably late as fuck, but it is that last ditch desperate move from Disney to, like I said, like full on damage control, Hail Mary, try to salvage whatever it is they can and make some type of money on a movie. But I'm like, they've already turned off people to this point, either with what Rachel Zegler said, even what Gal Gadot said, with the images that leaked out, with the behind-the-scenes filming, with what Peter Dinklage said, with the CGI for the dwarves, with the whole, there's like not going to be any, like, you know, the Queen's not going to be jealous of Snow White because the Queen is incredibly vain. No, it's all going to be because the Queen is jealous of Snow White's leadership skills. Changing the origin of the name Snow White, essentially, or, you know, altering it. Adding those outcasts for whatever fucking reason to the plot, where she falls in love with the lead outcast instead of the prince. I don't like all that leading up to it, and yes, it's a little late. It's a little late, but like I said, they are still going to try doing that last ditch effort.
Yeah, I'm looking at her IMDb, and other than Snow White, the only other projects that she has right now are, get the fuck out of here. What is this? Fucking they Outrun? Get out of here. I don't know what this is. Other than Snow White, the only thing she has coming up, because she doesn't have anything like in production currently. Nothing in production. Y2K. Remember that trailer? Y2K?
Yeah.
And Spellbound. And Spellbound is a Netflix original. She's just the voice actress for it. That's it. That's all she has.
No, when I said Dinklage, I'm not saying Dinklage is in the movie. It's like what he said about like how offensive it was to hire little people to play dwarves, and like, you know, like he said some stupid, like retardedly stupid shit about the dwarves from Snow White, and we're like he's saying that they lived in a cave and things like that, and we're like, no, they lived in a house. They worked in a cave. But he said that shit, and he was even called out by the wrestler, the little wrestler Hornswoggle, who basically like was upset, like legitimately mad at what Dinklage said, because he was like, you literally took jobs away from little people because you thought it was offensive for little people to be hired to play dwarves, when it's like we are like literally the perfect size for dwarves, pretty much. And that's it. I don't remember Warwick saying anything. He might have, but I definitely remember Dinklage saying that retarded shit. And I said, so I'm not saying that he was in it, but like Dinklage said like a lot of stupid shit when like the movie was announced and things like that. So, like I said, Hornswoggle even called him out for that, and like it wasn't just like Hornswoggle that was upset. Like, you know, a lot of like little people actors were upset. And Moana 2's coming out before the live action Snow White. Hell, even like the Mufasa film is coming out. So, but real fast, when Steph gets back, we'll like, you know, just like she'll give her thoughts on this. But hold on, come on, come on, thank you. Okay, why is the variety? There it is. They're still coming out with this shit. Toxic fandom, how Hollywood is battling fans who are, quote, just out for blood. From social media boot camps to superfan focus groups. Remember the Rings of Power superfans chats? How well did that work out?
Hello, sorry.
It's okay.
I had to run away.
No, but I figured I brought up like the last article I have, and that's that Variety article that was going around about the toxic fandoms. From social media boot camps to superfan focus groups.
Oh, God.
So, I remember like how like they're like going now. Hollywood's gonna like not do a 180, but they're gonna focus on like actually like listening to fans and shit like that. I'm like, oh, like you mean like the Rings of Power?
I don't think that they're going to listen to fans. Remember when they had the Rings of Power super fans?
Yeah, I'm saying that just like
those are the super fans that they're looking for. Because can you imagine? Can you imagine after writing so many articles, after years and years and years of journalists going after like Critical Drinker, Nerdrotic, like all of those people, right? Mm-hmm. They appear on Piers Morgan. He's like their go-to YouTubers to talk on projects, on movie projects, on Hollywood, to speak on all of these television shows and movies. Those are the go-to people. Can you imagine if Hollywood said, hey, do you want to be included in a focus group? Can you imagine? No, they would never do that. I think that like the super fans or the fans that they're looking for, the super fan focus groups that they're focusing on are going to be yes men. It's going to be people who it's going to be shills, people who they can manipulate into saying certain things about projects. Because there's no way, if they do change things, it's going to take a very long time, and it's not going to be without resistance. Okay, no. So if they start changing things, it's going to be very, very slowly, because there's no way that they're going to hire people that have respect and love of an IP. Because there's no way that they would respect and love an IP. They don't want respect for an IP. That takes too much time. They're all about turnaround. I mean, and I can't remember where I was. I was on some stream and I can't remember where I said it. But we saw it with Star Wars. All they care about is the turnaround time. Disney purchased Star Wars and they right away got started on films. There was no story, there's no through story, there was no plan, there was nothing. They were just like, we have this property now, let's push out movies. And I think exactly that I can't remember where this was, like recently that I saw this or that I read this, but they initially with the character of Kylo Ren, they didn't want him to have a redemption. They actually because they didn't want to do a Darth Vader 2.0. I can't remember where I saw this or where I read it, they initially didn't want, or J.J. Abrams didn't want him to have a redemption because he didn't want to do Darth Vader 2.0. He wanted him to go in all evil. Can you imagine if we had a Kylo Ren had gone in all evil? Can you imagine the difference that would have made in movies? But Disney, the people at Disney wanted him to have a redemption arc. So like they started that arc with Rian Johnson. And then J.J. Abrams came in and picked it up again. And they forced him to do the redemption arc with Kylo Ren. He didn't want to do it, but they forced him to do it. They're like, no, we want him to have a redemption. So they made him do that. But yeah, like they didn't have a plan. There's no respect for the IP. There's no respect for what came before. All they see is money. That's it. And a quick turnaround with money. That's why you get like Marvel films every year or every other year.
Yeah, they bought the film in 2013 and started filming in 2014 and pushed the movie out in 2015. That's how quick it was. They literally threw out the EU to make their own film in like that short amount of time, and they pushed it out instead of like doing like the almost customary every 3 years that has been the thing with Star Wars films to make it an event. They pushed it they started filming it to push it out every 2 years basically, and now they're doing Star Wars oversaturating it with the Star Wars shows, and all that to the point where it's not an event anymore.
Yeah. It's not an event anymore. And like now they're wanting to, oh my God, I like totally slurred my words there. Now, now they're wanting to do a Kenobi season 2. But why? Why are they wanting to do a Kenobi season 2? Is it because there's plans for a Kenobi season 2? Is it because the previous Kenobi season 1, the previous show did so well with fans? No, it's because the actors want to return to the roles. Look, I understand that there's love of these characters with the actors. However, on the flip side, you have a show that performed poorly, that audiences rejected, that was very bad. You can't let the actors dictate it. And I feel like sometimes the actors are like, oh, the audience wants it. I really wish we could see Ewan McGregor back as Kenobi. Oh, I want it to happen. Yes, let's go. Kenobi season 2. So then they get the audience hyped up, or at least the stans on Twitter, right? The shippers on Twitter. And that includes this brew, all right? Because this brew is a shipper. 100% hashtag renew the acolyte. That gets them excited. And so they start, adding Disney, adding Lucasfilm. Hashtag let's bring back Kenobi or something like that. And now it's like, oh, okay, so the fans really want it? Really? Okay, so we'll bring back Kenobi season 2. No, it shouldn't be brought back. It was a terrible show, and it should stay done.
The only reason they made a Kenobi show really was because people were like, why the fuck was Kylo Ren named Ben Solo? Because Leia, Princess Leia, did not had no relation with Ben Kenobi. Thank you. Had no relation with Ben Kenobi or Obi-Wan Kenobi. The only one who had a relationship with Kenobi was Luke, because Kenobi was teaching Luke the ways of the Force, even in that short amount of time they had prior to Vader killing Obi-Wan Kenobi on the Death Star. And yet Leia is the one who named her son Ben. And people were like, that doesn't make any sense. So they had to make the Kenobi show to make it make sense and have it break actual canon and have Kenobi leave Tatooine. Leave Luke unprotected on Tatooine, potentially, to rescue Leia for Bail Organa, which never happened. But they had to make it make sense. So that way, you're like, look, see, she knew Kenobi. So yeah, it makes perfect sense for her to name her son Ben. It was purely reactive to explain the one of the retardations in the sequel trilogy, pretty much. Yeah, his whole mission was to protect Luke, was to watch over Luke. That was it. That was it. He never left Tatooine. And the only reason Leia knew of Kenobi was because of her father. That's the reason why she was trying to get the plans to Kenobi. That's it. It was just because her father knew him. That's it. She didn't know him. She had no interaction with him whatsoever.
Well, now she does.
Yeah, I'm saying like that was the whole point of making the Kenobi show, was to explain that retardation.
Now she knows him.
Now she knows him, so see, like it makes sense for her to name her son Ben.
Yeah.
Like, there's a Ben Solo, but there should be a Ben Skywalker.
Now she knows who Obi-Wan is. It's just like the Solo movie. I was so desperate to know why his last name is Solo, and I really wanted to know where he got his gun from, and how he got the Millennium Falcon, and how him and Chewie met. Like, it's so stupid. Dude, oh my god. I remember the very first time I watched Solo. I still remember it, man. Oh my god.
I sailed the high seas and I still wanted my money back.
I sailed the high seas for that movie too.
Yeah.
And I couldn't finish it. I stopped it. I was like, I'll come back to it later. And I put it on like while I was cleaning. And it's literally like, I'm just gonna have you on in the background, because if I sit down and actually pay attention to this film, it will just be eating up at me. It would just be eating me. And I can't do, I had to like have it on in the background.
Yeah.
And be doing other things. So that way, at the very least, I am not wasting my time by just like sitting there and watching it. I'm being productive.
Well, you did not miss anything, pretty much. Because the whole big fucking reveal at the end of the movie was like Maul, and he lit his lightsaber, and that's fucking it.
Like, why? Why did you light your lightsaber? There's no reason for you to light a lightsaber.
Yeah, there's no reason other than,
oh, I'm being intimidating.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I guess that's intimidating, is when you light a lightsaber when there's no one fucking around to fight.
I can't cut you with it because I'm in a hologram, but I'm gonna light it anyway.
Yeah. It was incredibly fucking stupid.
So terrible. It was like, so bad.
And like the reason he got his last name was even more retarded. Like, oh, you're alone? We'll call you Solo. Han Solo. He's just given his name by some random person. Even though he had his name already. He was like literally from a wealthy Corellian family with that fucking last name. He knew who he was. He knew who he was. I did not see him. I did not have to see him shoot first. I did not have to see him get the Millennium Falcon. We already know that. And the droid rights bitch. I hated that. Anyway, like they removed that inhibitor basically, and the whole point of the inhibitor is basically just to keep them in place. That's it. Droids would still be doing their jobs because they're programmed to do their jobs. They don't all of a sudden get sentient. Yeah,
Mara, I'll be right back. My mom just randomly texted me and said, "Hey, I'm here. I'll be right back." Okay. I need to go say hi to my mom. I'll be right back.
Yeah.
She needs to drop something off, which is why she's here. Everybody say hi to my mom. I'll be right back.
Hey, hi, Mom. So, teddy bear. Well, I call them murder bears. I call them murder bears because, like, if you think, like, you really think about it, and you see those Imperial helmets at the end of the movie, they ate those people. They were ready to eat Han Solo and Luke. They ate the stormtroopers and the other Imperial officers, like, troops. They ate them. They were murder bears. Don't remind me of that shower scene, please, Trey. I mean, that was like, what? So. But everyone's saying, yes, hello, Steph's mom. Yeah, but basically, I love this part here. Like, those who did talk with Variety all agreed that the best defense is to avoid provoking fandoms in the first place. You fucking think that maybe, just maybe, not calling us racist, sexist, misogynistic, homophobic, transphobic, and everything else in between is maybe not the wisest fucking choice in the first place? I'm saying, if you really think about it, they ate those people. And the people are like, oh, they're so cute. I'm like, they're murder bears. They were going to eat Luke and Han. So, I love how the studio exec says they will tell us if you do that, fans are going to retaliate. Like, who are you listening to? Because everything up to this point has every decision that these studios have made, we've retaliated. So, who are they listening to? Who are they listening to? No, because the WWE, as you pointed out earlier, is actually listening to the criticism. Like, do I love every direction the stories take? No. I don't love every direction the stories take, but they at least fucking listen. And they've listened for decades. Not the best. Not every decision was the best, but at the same time, it's like they didn't attack fans. They didn't tell people
okay. I'm almost done.
Okay.
I'm almost done.
At the same time, they didn't tell oh, if you don't like this, then you're you're racist or sexist or whatever. So I used to be able to watch the original trilogy all in one go. I can't anymore. Everything sequel trilogy and beyond is ruined it for me. I can't go back because now the end of Return of the Jedi is meaningless. The good guys didn't end up winning. It was all for naught. So everything that gets just got ruined. We were the silent majority. Pretty much. We're they call us the vocal minority. No, we're the silent majority. We're the ones that we tell we're actually giving the constructive criticism, but when we're attacked, when we're not listened to, we walk away with our money. And I tell people, you really want to make an impact with the entertainment industry, and I'm talking not just about films. I'm talking about video games, comic books, things like that. The entertainment industry in general. I'm you really want to make an impact? Stop fucking signing change.org petitions or any other petitions, whatever, because studios don't fucking look at those. They don't listen to those. What they listen to is the sound of no money coming in. So if you close your wallet, that's what they hear. They hear the sound of that zipper, that clasp, and that everything of that wallet shutting and you walking away. That's what they hear. That's what they listen to. They don't fucking care about petitions. They don't fucking care about Twitter movements or anything like that, or hashtags. They don't unless the only time they see care about hashtags if it fits and positive to what they're doing. Otherwise, they don't pay attention to it, because if they did, how much would have been changed before now if they actually listened to shit like that? Remember the decanonize the sequel trilogy? That's still fucking canon. The sequel trilogy is still canon. Everything, all roads lead to the sequel trilogy right now. No matter how good you think any of the Star Wars shows are, and I'm even talking about the Mandalorian, Andor, all roads fucking lead to the sequel trilogy. Social media going, it was that good all along. Well, yeah, Sonic, they did genuinely listen to the criticism. All right, that was the one exception, and that's because the trailer came out and people thought this was nightmare fuel. Why do you have his eyes look like this? That's fucking scary. And they listened. They delayed the release of the film, and they went back and they fixed the eyes on Sonic. And people were and when the studio did that, and I don't know why other studios don't want to fucking take a leaf from that page, all right? Or that book. I don't know why people studios don't want to do this. But people went to go see the movie to say, you know what? You listened to me. I'm going to go see this in theaters to show my support. And it ended up doing very well at the box office. Hello.
Hello. Sorry. So my parents came over. It was my mom and dad. Look, my dogs love my dad. They get so excited to see him, and unfortunately, I have a dog that is half Dachshund, and Dachshunds are like they pee when they get excited, and so Georgie ended up like peeing everywhere. I had to clean it up. To clean it.
Thank you, Demaj.
Yeah, so Georgie loves my dad. Like he loves my dad. While I was in Florida, he was my dad's lap dog the entire time because they took care of my dogs while I was in Florida. And him and my dad like bonded a lot. And so he got really excited. He got really excited to see my dad that he just peed all over the floor. And so, yeah, me and my dad, like, he's like, I'm so sorry. I was like, that's okay. You know, he does it. So like we were cleaning it up. So yeah, control your wiener. I can't. He just does it. He just does it. I trained it out of him because he used to do it all the time. Like just when I would just like come home, he would get excited and he would just like sprinkle. So I've trained it out of him. He doesn't do it a lot, but when my dad comes over, it's everywhere. He gets that excited. He can't hold it. So yeah. And they were also asleep like in the living room. So when my parents came over, I literally got the text. My mom was like, "Are you awake?" And then my dog started barking. I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?"
As they arrive, are you awake? Not like, hey, can we come over now?
I'm more surprised that she texted me and she didn't just come in because like she's got a key and usually she just comes in the house. She just like walks in. She's like, "Hey." That's how my family is. Like everybody has everybody's keys. So we'll just come over like unannounced or just walk in. Like, "What's up? How's it going?" I was just in the neighborhood. That's how it is. I'm surprised she texted me before she walked in. But she knew that my dogs, she knew it was late enough to where she needed to warn me because of my dogs. Like that's why.
Okay. Yes. My dog used to like submissively urinate like whenever she got excited when she was a puppy. So I know all about that. Yeah, except as a house like friends. Just like walk in.
Disbrew. I'm just warning. I'm gonna call you after the stream.
But speaking of like after this stream, I'm gonna wrap up because we've been going for almost 2 hours, and that was pretty much the last article I had, like topic to talk about was toxic fandoms. But we found a movie that like both of us are interested in seeing. Heretic. We talked about Joker 2, and how that's bombing at the box office, and word of mouth is not going to help it. And anyway, toxic fandoms are still being called out by studios, and according to them, they're going to start listening to fans and all that shit. Rachel Zegler is the gift that keeps on giving to YouTubers, and according to a so-called Tolkien professor, there is no canon when it comes to Tolkien. Because why? Because Tolkien like toyed with changing some things, even though he never published them. That's it. That was the reasoning, pretty fucking much. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for hanging out with us. Thank you to everyone who sent a super chat, a member message. Next week, it'll be on Steph's channel. So she gets to come up with the topics for next week.
I already have some in mind.
All right. And I will be ordering my costume. I have to get a little bit of some measurements, but I'm going to order it soon. So that way it comes in plenty of time for Halloween and I can try it on. But tomorrow... chats. Well, actually, no. Steph, let everybody know where they can find you and all that fun stuff. And then I'll give my outro.
Okay. Well, first off, I want to say I went to the website that you suggested, and I want you to see what's being advertised already in my search history. Like I literally.
So like it already pops up.
Yeah, it already pops up. Did you see this article, by the way?
I saw you shared it, and I was like, I didn't read the article.
Her.
Yeah.
This God,
wait,
get out of the way. Jodie Turner-Smith, who played Mother. Her. She's calling him out, dude. She went on a rant. It would be interesting to get your thoughts on this if you make a video on it or not. But yeah, she went off. You should read it.
Yeah.
You should
Well,
read it, man.
I'll read it. I don't know if I'm gonna make a video about it, but at the same time, it's like, yeah, maybe you just were in a shit show. Pretty much, like maybe your show was shit, and that's why you're not coming back to the power of one, the power of two, the power of many, whatever that fucking mantra was. But anyway, yeah,
Power
Steph,
of no one.
yeah, no one showed up. But Steph, let everybody know where they can find you, any streams you have coming up, and all that fun stuff.
I'm going to be playing Outlast.
I heard about this.
I'm going to be playing Outlast. So yes, follow me on Kick and Twitch because that's mainly where I'm going to be playing it.
Mm-hmm.
Yay! And then I think this week, since I'm not traveling, I'll have a little bit more time. So I'll be making some videos that'll come out this week, and you can also find me on Side Scrollers all week long.
And so chats, you can find me. I will be streaming on Kick and Twitch this week. Like I said, I'm playing through Resident Evil 7, and I'm going through it faster than I intended. So I'm going to have to add other games to the roster for October, some more horror-themed games. But maybe play some games I haven't tried before and see how well I fare at those. Wednesday on my YouTube will be our top 10, like personal top 10 list of 1992 films. So tune in for that and have your list ready if you want to put together your own little top 10 list from 1992. Mm-hmm. And no stream Thursday, and then Friday evening might do another gaming stream. I don't know, because Saturday is up in the air about whether or not I stream at all because I'll be hanging out with family during the day. Yeah, and you all have to remind me tomorrow to tell some of what's been happening in D&D. So like I said, I'm playing a female barbarian character, and so far I've racked up the most kills.
Oh, okay.
And it's like roughly 3 sessions we played. So.
Let's go. Are you choking people?
No, I'm using a great axe. I haven't gotten to a point where I'm choking them yet, but I've been using my great axe on them. One of the characters I killed was a retarded character, and that was because Steve rolled so low on him. Basically, I should have just choked him. He was that stupid.
Bruh. Someone just sent me this on Instagram. Look.
Don't remind me of that space movie, Mad Master Porky. Okay.
Dude, my brother just sent me this on Instagram. Are you kidding? I love and I hate my brothers at the same time. I love and I hate them.
Oh my god, that is good.
Sometimes I wish we didn't have a group chat. Are you freaking kidding me? Dude. Oh my god. Stop it.
I mean, okay. But that's my schedule for the rest of this week, chat. Much appreciate you guys hanging out again. Next week it'll be on Steph's channel, and she gets to come up with the topics we talk about. And then
drinking intensifies.
Yeah. And the 27th will be basically a special Halloween one because that's the Sunday before actual Halloween. So Steph has got to get her costume before then. She has to come up with one.
I need to figure it out.
Yeah, I have mine. She knows what it is.
I know yours.
Yeah.
I need to figure something out.
Yeah, and we'll figure it out. And that'll be a special Halloween episode. So anyway, thank you, chat. Have a good rest of your day or evening wherever you are in the world. And we will see you all next week.
Disper, I'm going to call you on the phone. I'm going to call you.
There you go.
Disper, I'm calling you.
You're still here? It's over. Go home. Go.